Carmen Bright with AFI Dallas, and I'm visiting with a filmmaker and the actor of the movie Stuck. I'm here with Stephen Ray and John Strysik. Welcome to AFI Dallas.
Thank you.
And the film Stuck, I understand it was influenced by an incident that happened near us in Fort Worth. So, Stephen, you want to give
Well,
us
that's right, but John could probably tell you better because he wrote it.
Okay.
Yeah, no, exactly. That it happened in October of 2001 in Fort Worth, where a woman is driving home late at night, just got out of a nightclub, hits a homeless guy as he's crossing sort of like a highway off-ramp, and literally gets stuck in her windshield. And the thing is, she keeps on driving, drives to her garage where he dies. And during that time, and this is all according to court testimony, we never talked to anybody involved with the actual incident. She went in and apologized, made love with her boyfriend as the guy is dying in her garage. And it was just such a bizarre story that it kind of jumped off the page in a way. But it became bigger than the incident itself, I think.
And horror brought to real life. So how did you get involved, Stephen, with the film?
Oh, just the usual way, you know. They send you the script and you say, yeah, sure, I'm free, I'll do it. You know? But it was a great script, you know.
Because your character spends most of the time in the garage. Thusly,
yeah, with my head through a windshield, yeah.
So, method acting, how does one get
Well, no, because I didn't have to think my way into it. I was actually living it, you know. My head was shoved through this broken glass, and I had a lot of makeup on, but it was pretty uncomfortable. But not as uncomfortable as really being dying, but it was amazing, really.
And this is a strange question too, but is it there's some comedy in there? I mean,
yes, it's hilarious.
I'm trying to follow.
Well, you know what Samuel Beckett said, there's nothing funnier than unhappiness, and in this case, you know, there's nothing funnier than having your head shoved through a windshield with blood coming out of your ears, you know. So it is funny. It's an appalling situation, and this woman behaves appallingly. And you can hardly believe that she's so ghastly. So,
John, where did you find the, you know, it's a true story, and of course springboarding that, but I guess take it away from here.
Well, how you found the humor in it? Yeah, I mean, it was just a brief thing. Is the director Stuart Gordon found the story, and he kind of shaped the story, and he called me in to do the screenplay. And when we were actually writing it, we didn't intend to make a comedy at all. I mean, it was just we were going to do kind of a tragic story. But as you got into the script itself, the humor kind of grew out organically out of the situations, like Stephen said. I mean, it was just so bizarre when you take reality and you push it to extremes, it becomes a comedy. And I think there's an old line like, tragedy is when it happens to you, comedy is when it happens to somebody else. You know, I mean, that kind of plays into it too, I think. But I think a lot of the comedy is, the laughter is kind of like relief from the situation, you know, it's so intense.
Well, I don't know if there's anything more intense than that kind of situation.
Don't think so.
The actor that portrays the woman, was the rapport with that like?
That's Mina Savari. Well, she was wonderful in the role, you know. She's playing kind of a white, trashy kind of girl, you know, and she did it rather brilliantly, I think. And what makes the movie work, really, the motor of it, is that the audience identifies with both people. They think, what the hell would I do if I were her, and were faced with this guy, and they also think, how the hell would I get out of there if it was me in the windshield? So the involvement is total. So it's kind of visceral, and you know, and funny.
And you're funny in the face of death,
yeah.
Literally.
Yeah.
So, but have you guys worked together before, or
No.
is this your first collaboration?
This is the first time, but I hope not the last.
Oh, I was going to say, because you guys are doing this festival circuit now together, so. Is this a premiere for Stuck, or had it appeared somewhere else?
No, it's played quite a bit. It actually, the first showing was in Cannes, not as competition, but at the marketplace, and it's played all over the world. In fact, I went with Stuart to Barcelona. There's a big festival called Sitges. It's interesting to see the different, you know, the European side and the American side, the reaction. Europeans, I think they look at it a bit more political, because there's some situations in there like with. There's a Latino family, you know, and there's a point where they can call for help, but they don't want to because they're afraid of being deported. You know.
Nobody wants to be involved.
Yeah, exactly.
Everybody has their own agenda.
Exactly, and everybody is in, like, one of Stuart's daughters named Jill. She came up with a great line where she said she felt all the characters were in their own bubble, and they didn't want the bubble to burst. And I think, and the other part too is people taking responsibility for their own actions, and that goes very political, right to every politician you can think of. You know, really.
But at the same time, like you said, Mina Sorbino's character, she goes and makes love to her boyfriend. Her bubble is pretty thick at that point, I guess, or is she just trying to escape the situation?
I think it was a combination of you know, she's high on alcohol and drugs. That could almost be like a defensive mechanism. It didn't happen, you know. Although in the film we do remind her quite a bit during that scene that it did happen. I don't want to give it away, but it's a pretty intense thing.
Right. So you've made several films too since then. So you've been busy.
I usually make 2 or 3 films a year. Yeah. But
so do you enjoy the independent scene, or is it?
I like the independent scene. It's quicker. It's you've got more chance to influence it, and then I'll be doing a bit of theatre as well. So.
Oh, really? So now, have you been to Dallas before?
No, I haven't.
First time.
First time.
First time. So, were you surprised by the reception for all the filmmakers here at Dallas, or AFI Dallas, or?
No, it's. I don't know why I would be surprised. It's wonderful, really. You know, there's a great buzz about the place. There's a great, you know, sense of excitement, and we've been very, very well received, and it's been great fun.
Great. And where are you going next with the film and any other festivals?
Oh, you want to say that?
Well, yeah, it is playing a few more festivals. I think it's playing in Philadelphia. It's going to Brussels. Some other, I can't even keep track of it. But
you guys better be good friends, right?
Right. Well, we're not all traveling with that. No. But the one big thing is that it got a release date. It got picked up by a great company called Think Film, who did Before the Devil Knows You're Dead. That was one of their recent releases.
Then She Found Me also, which is also playing here.
Oh, they did? I didn't know. Okay, didn't know that. So it's being released on May 30th in 20 markets around the country, which is a nice release for this film. And hopefully you can see it at a theater near you pretty soon.
Did you have a chance to go to Fort Worth yet? Are you curious?
We're just about to go.
Just about to go
Yeah.
to the scene of the crime, so to speak? Are you able to track that down? Or?
We could do that, couldn't we?
We could.
We could.
We're
Okay.
going to go to the Christian.
TCU.
TCU.
Yeah, we're going to TCU.
TCU. So, to speak.
Yeah.
Okay, great. Well, thank you for speaking with us here
You're
at
very welcome.
AFI Dallas. Carmen Bright visiting with the actor Stephen Ray and John Strysik of the movie Stuck at AFI Dallas 2008.